Hey everyone, it is Pee-wee here from BenQ's Esports, and we are doing another episode from Chobo2Gosu. And of course with me is my co-host Dan. Yo dude, how you doing? Yep. And now of course Taryn is the racer neither of us actually main, so we're not like the super in-depth know-it-alls of Taryn, but we certainly know some nice little tricks that we can teach to the viewers. Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of little things that you can do, and it just feels satisfying. I don't know, maybe it comes from like the most like recognizable from most RTSs. So you like have a sentimental value to them in a sense.
Yep.
I can't think of the right word, but like you play them and you're like, okay, this is what an RTS race feels like.
Yeah, it's nostalgic in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I think I had my mic muted for a minute there, so it sounded like you were talking to air. But
that's cool.
That's okay. I think people got the gist of what I actually said.
Yeah, like muted in XSplit.
Yep.
Ah, I was gonna say I could hear you.
Well, that makes two of us, so hopefully I should be good now.
Yep, and I'm done booting. It's the first game for you, so I'm guessing
it's gonna take me a minute.
Ooh.
I was playing just playing HOTS though, so I was playing StarCraft, just
a different game.
Just a different game. Yep. So let's see, it should load in a minute. Yeah. Well, so I was just played a TVT actually, playing against Simmons, and I saw what was
SC2
coming.
England?
Yeah, SC2 England.
Yeah.
I saw what was coming, and I tried to prepare for it, and I was had turrets at my third because I anticipated a giant bio drop, or at least a bio drop. I didn't actually anticipate a giant bio drop, but I anticipated drop play. So I had all these turrets in my third, and the third on, I can't remember, it's like the waste map. I thought my turrets would reach to the back of to the edge of the map.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and he scooted around with a major doom drop right behind my turrets, and just went straight in my main, and I lost. I was so mad. All right, here we go.
Nice. All right. Okay. So yeah, as we jump into this game, guys. Of course, we are mainly going to be looking at the Terran units, a few compositions, a few things that you will need to know, because it comes up in every matchup, and then we'll look at the more matchup designed units then. And yep, so of course, we always begin with the Marines. Marines are cheap, they're small, they're quite easy to swarm, and they do a good amount of damage. Put some Marines on, build 5, just to make them kill each other. I'm gonna get you. That was some terrible unit control on my part there.
Yeah, it was just a quick demonstration.
yeah. I haven't really played so far today. Okay, so yeah, we have Marines, of course. Then you can upgrade Marines with a couple of things. They have Stim and Combat Shield. Combat Shield gives them extra life, and Stim gives them a boost of 50% speed, damage, or not damage, like fire in speed.
Yeah.
And it takes away 10 health, which is important thing to know. And of course, there's things like medevacs which heal their units. But let's look at the standard unit composition, which is going to be upgraded bio.
Alright.
And this have okay.
Stim and combat shields.
If you have, do you have? There we are. Yeah, have them. I was gonna say you've done Stim, and I'll Stim.
We both Stim or just you?
No, I'll Stim.
Okay.
You can have Stim, but just don't use it.
Yep.
And of course, Stim is nice. Like I'm guessing there's a certain extent where like Stim does help me, but also because I'm losing health for the Stim, it's a disadvantage as well. So this, like, I wonder what the equilibrium is for like.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not actually sure about the math, but I there is it's obvious there's an equilibrium at some point. I would like to know what it is. Something we'll have to look up.
Yeah, definitely. That would be really interesting piece of math actually if that came out. So yeah, you have your Marauders in front, which I don't agree with for the range, but ready?
Yep.
Well, yeah, they have 6 range, V5 range, so...
Right, but they have 125 health for 55 health.
Yeah.
So they tank damage, and by the time, I would think, you know, if I'm stutter stepping in, I should be able to still... We'll see. Will be interesting. Maybe we can try stim later. I don't know.
Ready?
That was just my thought. Yep.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, micro for the win.
Yeah, I think.
That literally came down to micro then, though. I think you were one.
Yeah, I think so too. If I had stim. Oh, that stim though. It makes a real difference.
All right, so let's do that again. 8 Marines and 5 Marauders, something like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And stim v stim.
Stim v stim. Alright, I see your stim and I'll do the same.
You ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Ooh.
Yeah,
Damn.
I didn't. One more time, real quick. I want to check something. I think what happened there is I didn't. As you were talking about, the range came into play because I didn't stutter step. So I have Marines. I want to just double check and see if I do stutter step if I can come out a little more even.
Like I had a different unit placement that game.
True. Yeah, that's another thing. All right. You ready?
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. One thing, I am targeting your Marauders with my Marauders, so they deal the correct amount of damage, or the most damage to the possible units.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if you're doing that.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I was just stimming a little stutter step. Interesting. Okay.
Alright, so people wondering, of course, Marauders are these big chunky buggers by here, and they deal extra damage to armored units, which they are. So in a fight with Marines and Marauders, you want Marauders attacking Marauders, because Marauders deal extra damage to Marauders. And that is a significant damage reason why I could have won those fights much more decisively.
Okay, yeah. Interesting. I had not done that.
Nah, that's an important one.
Yep.
Of course, as the game gets further on and the armies get bigger, it's a lot harder to do. But, yeah. Next stage, should we do a bit of tanks?
Yep, Marine tank. Do you want me to go bio or Marine tank as well?
You go Marine. You go bio, sorry. Of course,
And
here we have
just bio.
Just bio, yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna show the effectiveness of concaves. Let me just research. Yep. So, as you can see here, the tanks will deal extra damage. Of course, they have really long range. They deal splash damage. They deal damage to themselves if something's in range or they're the friendly units. And of course, against this, you kind of have to spread out all your units so they don't take damage from, if there's one unit getting hit, then there's obviously just one unit. If there's 5 units around that unit, they'll all take a little bit of damage, and of course that makes things more cost inefficient for yourself. So it's really important to get these trades really well, as Anne will show you.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually,
a couple damaged units there in the beginning.
Yeah, let me just make a few tanks. I'm gonna make 5 tanks, make a big bio ball, or 6 tanks actually. And just don't split it up.
Oh, don't split up. Yep.
No.
That I can do.
And yeah, just to show the people what happens to your army still should beat this.
Stim in?
Yeah, it's good. Just to see the amount of damage. Oh, that was actually a big. Yeah. Alright.
But
so a big.
yeah, I was gonna say. There we go. Sometimes hard to judge exactly what the best way to show this is, because these are. In some ways they're really representative of the game, and often it's also not, because we're sort of taking it out of context.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
This will get melted, sorry. Oh god. Oh. 1 tank, 2 tanks. Oh, 3 tanks.
Two tanks.
I thought it was 3.
Was it 3?
Yeah, there was 1 at the top, and then 2
okay.
center.
2 in the middle. Okay.
Scum. And then, of course, we can show extra tricks. Do you want to build some marines with a medevac?
Okay. That I can do.
Alright, so of course, there is a point where there's 4 Thors come out and you stop a marine production where there's pretty much no anti-air for the Terran in, say, like a TVT. And one thing that happens a lot, because tanks are very there's a lot of tanks in TVT. This is something that happens quite often. And you pretty much build some medevacs, put some units in them, and then you just land the units on the tanks while they're sieged up. And this will, of course, for a low amount of cost, deal a lot of damage to the tanks, or even just destroy the army altogether. There we are. That wasn't that much lost. That was.
No. I think I probably lost. I think 8 Marines. I don't know. It really wasn't much.
Awesome. So yeah, it just shows you, if you can do something like that is a game-winning move.
Yep.
A lot of the times.
Also a gamble though, because you do have to be careful if there are a lot of Marines around.
Yes.
Medevacs are still really fragile, so you'll.
Oh yeah, you have to time it very well.
Yep. Yep.
Alright. And that's. We'll stick to that for now for the TVT. Do you want to move on to some PvP? TVP?
Let's do TVP.
Alright. Alright, if you could build some Zalots. Yeah. Too many.
Too many? How many do you want?
That's fine. Alright, so there's a lot of little micro things. Because Zalots, they don't have ranged attacks, so you can just kite Zalots, especially with. Like, a lot of the time you'll see Marauders go for concussive shells very early, just because they can kite fairly well, and of course they deal special damage to Stalkers. So when Stalkers come out, they deal a ridiculous amount of damage. And with the concussive shell Stalkers, pretty much no unit will really get away, apart from things like a Hellion or a Zerglin, once they've been hit with a Marauder concussive shell. Of course, this is what I'm doing right now isn't a perfect example, because you'd have Stalkers out at this time, but
sure, but
just shows you, 5 Marauders can kite a ridiculous amount of Zealots,
right?
Like an absurd amount of Zealots, and especially if they have charge. Then, of course, we can move on to things like if you want to build like 3 Zealots and like 2 Stalkers. And the same thing applies to this. So imagine now a little bit later game, you're doing a 2-racks or whatever. You see this, you could just see that? Yep. He's not doing anything. Once he gets caught, he's dead.
Right, you can't get away. Because your attack rate, or your attack rate such you should be able to apply the concussive shells before it wears off.
Yep.
So let's get that first hit in. You see, and you guys saw just a minute ago too. You can keep them slowed indefinitely.
Yep. Especially once there's, if there's more Marauders than Zealots, then you're completely fine.
Right.
Because, you're guaranteed to always hit the one that's closest to you, which is, they'll always attack the one that's closest to them, which is the one that you obviously want to slow down because it's the closest. And even if they weren't, it would hit every single Zealot and slow them down. Because, of course, Zealots and Marauders move at the same speed, so every time you stop to shoot, the Zealots will catch up if there's more Zealots than Marauders. That's always the key number. There has to be more Marauders.
Yes, Yes, indeed. Which is not in TVP as you see pretty often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is more like these little fights that go on early game, because these happen quite often. Like you'll see, like you can have 2 racks with tech labs for just 2 marauder production. It's really funky stuff like that. Next up, let's see, what should we do next up? Alright, so let's say Protoss has all of the upgrades like medevac, like charge, blink, and some extra units. If you want to build some, just a bunch of units. We're going to talk about standard army compositions now.
Sentries as well?
Yeah. And then we're just going to have a bit of a small little fight here. So this is a bit of an interesting one, because of course once the charge cools down, you wanna let the first charge hit you, and then you can kite from the zealots. At the same time, you have to dodge the force fields. So you ready?
Ready.
Actually, let me make 2 more force fields. There we are. All right, now I'm ready.
Okay. It's so hard to force feed in these areas.
You have to get pretty much perfect force fields. And of course, once the zealots die, then you're in trouble.
Can't even blink fast enough.
Hey. Yeah, in these positions, it's so much harder to fight. Because it's like, normally on a map there's like something that you will run into when you're kiting, and the Protoss can use them to like force field you, like if there's a cliff, if there's a Zelnaga tower, if there's just something in the way.
Yeah, usually there's some sort of terrain. It's not normal that you have this giant open space of flat land.
Yeah. Alright. If you want to build some bio, get all the upgrades from medevacs.
I was just thinking that you would be a good person to demonstrate.
You ready?
Ready.
You have a big freaking army ball with that.
Yeah, you're gonna get a couple more.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Let me just rehotkey everything again.
Yep.
Okay.
Ready when you are.
Go. You just had a massive fireball. That was huge.
It was a pretty ginormous fireball, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, so here's something to talk about. Kill your army and build just a bunch of marauders. Build like, I don't know, 15?
Will 21 do?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I got.
21 marauders beat 24 stalkers in a head-up fight, but I'm gonna blink. Alright, so we're gonna go over that blink micro I said before.
Yep.
Of course, if we have a normal blink fight, say now Arn attack moves and they each form a concave and I blink backwards, I should have a clear, indecisive way to win this game. But if Arn does that thing where you like try to stim and then keep running forward to pick off the ones that blink away, it should turn the fight massively in your favor. You ready?
Ready.
We'll do it each way just in case, like, I'll show you some nice control. Alright, let's do this. So you have to be careful, you can't target fire too much. Ooh. So I had 12 left.
Damn.
Ouch. Alright. So my turn now. 21.
Alright. And I go Stalkers.
Yes, please. And 21 Marauders.
24 Stalkers?
Yeah.
Alright.
Right. I'm ready.
Ready.
Ooh. So that went better in my favor.
Much better.
Yeah, it
5
was.
Stalkers.
Yeah, so I lost. You lost 7 more than I did. So
Yeah.
what happened then is I hotkeeyed 8 Marauders because that's enough to one-shot them, and then just like selected one pack and then run them around the back.
Okay. Very clever. Little tricks
Okay.
like that are good to
Yeah.
good to know.
Alright, so next one is we're just going over basic unit things, guys. So we're gonna go over some Zerglin v Terran now.
Yep.
Some CVT. Zerglin.
CVT.
Some Zerg. CVT. Alright. I'll build. Actually, can you build some Zerglins? We'll do slow
indeed.
lins. We'll do slow lins first. Just a little pack of them, yeah. We'll show the. So of course, when you're the Terran player, when you see a group like these, you are gonna lose, but you kind of wanna keep your units together and kite backwards. And yeah, that's the best way to stay alive or keep your units as cost efficient as you possibly can. Of course, if we do the same again against something like Speedlins, it's not really the same thing because they are capable of getting us around faster. Of course, they can get to you faster, so they deal their damage faster without taking as much damage, and it's next to impossible to micro against. And that, as we see, makes a big difference.
Right.
Alright. And yeah, I had to do that because I actually I upgraded speed straight away. I was like, yeah, speed time.
Oh.
But never mind. Alright. So if you want to build some bio, some marine orders, we're gonna do some banelins now. And it's quite a lot, so that's good. And pretty much what's going to happen is, of course, you want the Marauders to tank the Banelands as a Terran because it takes a lot of damn Banelands to kill a Marauder, whereas the Marines die really fast because, of course, Banelands do extra damage to the light unit. And, of course, as a Terran, as a Zerg, you want to kind of surround them, run past the Marauders, and then just go for the Marines. Because once that happens, you can deal with the Marauders fairly well. And, of course, for the Terran, it's don't let that happen.
Yep.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure either way I lose this fight. Let's
I think
let's
you
see.
will. You can stim them, yeah. Nice unit control. That was very nice on.
Yeah, but should have split. Should have
Yeah.
split better.
Should have split.
Huh. Actually,
That wasn't so bad.
yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Underestimated Bioforce.
How good is your marine splitting anyway?
It's alright.
Alright. Because of course the next stage is you'll see this come from loads of high level Terrans when playing against Banelands. They just split the marines sick good. Sick. And of course we have speed and
Shoot.
you can build more marines if you want.
Nah, I like a challenge.
Alright.
This is gonna be interesting. You ready?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm coming for you. Bah. Oh. Ooh. And And he's dead. Ah,
2
nice,
bandits left.
much better than mine. Alright. Let's give my... I want to try. I love doing it. I love trying it, at least.
It's so much fun. Alright. Those are speed veins, right?
Yes. And of course, for people wondering, once the speed banelings out, you have to have stim to run away from them, otherwise they are faster than the Marines. And of course, if they're on creep, they get a speed increase from that as well.
How many banes did you have?
I don't know. I had like 30.
Oh, you had 30? Okay.
I had a lot.
Alright,
I think I had more than that.
Hold on then. Alright.
Alright.
I'm just gonna aim move. You
Yep.
ready?
Yep. I'm so bad at this, it's unbelievable.
It's really difficult.
Yeah. And
It's the bravest Marine.
And yeah, these type of things just happen. So one of the next stages then is like it moves up. You'll either see like bio from a Terran player, or you'll see of course like things like tank, marine, or mech.
Yep.
We're just gonna cover some tank, marine. So if you can build some tanks and marines.
That was too many tanks. Hold on. I got tank happy.
And of course you normally see a lot of banelings, a lot of zerglings for this.
Right. Help to have siege mode.
Yes. A bit of a spread. Of course, tanks have really good range. They can take a lot of damage from banelings, but of course, you still don't want that to happen. The important thing is you want to target fire down the banelings with the tanks, because of course, if the banelings explode, the Marines can just waste away the zerglings in such small numbers. You ready?
Ready.
Ready? Ready. Alright, I'm coming for you. Ah, jeez.
Tanks, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
AoE is real strong.
Yeah. Well done. And that's what, it's important to have them all splashed out, like spread out, like Arn does. Because of course, if you have like 5 tanks next to each other, a big ball of banelings gets target fired, they're all dead, and that's pretty bad. So, let's see what happens against this. Ooh.
And that's the reason I have, that's the reason I have them spread out. Even not against Banes, just against Zerglings, I still lost the tank. But because they were spread out, the other tanks could still deal with some of the Zerglings. If all my tanks were clumped together, as soon as those Zerglings hit, tanks are dead because the tanks, have a minimum attack distance.
What am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm going for your tanks. Ah.
I won't let you. But as you guys see, the other thing is, one of the big reasons you have the bio ball and not just mass tanks is because tanks they do a lot of damage. They have AOE, but because of their slow attack rate, they need something to buffer. And because they have a minimum attack distance, they need some sort of unit to buffer for them. It's also why you see Hellions as well if you're going mech. And so when they don't have something to buffer, as I try to deal with these infestors here. If they have nothing to buffer, then they go down pretty quickly. Oh, I thought there was one more. Is there one more?
No.
Huh. Now we're getting into good old late game compositions.
Yep. Oh, we got some nice marauders incoming. We got some targets hitting fire down the tanks. Tanks are taking damage. There's one left. Oh, it goes down. do you want to build some more bio with some medevacs? I'll build more orders. Because you can kite, no more orders. I'll build some ultras. Ultras aren't that fast. Yeah, they're slower than stimmed units, so that's why you see a lot of kiting.
The other thing is they do splash damage, so
Yes, so they deal a lot of damage. It's medevacs, yeah.
so a lot of ultras.
You can kite that.
I don't. I can. No,
Yeah, target by your own buildings.
It's me being BM, I guess. Ooh, actually lost a lot there.
Build some ultras yourself, please.
On it?
On it.
Just ultras?
I had Triton's plate in.
But nothing else?
No.
Okay. Ultras, because of their spell immunity, aren't affected by the concussive slow, but their natural, as Peter was saying, their natural movement speed is slower than stimmed units. So, Peter has a really nice stutter step. Oops, this is adjusting the camera. And there we go. Very nice.
Yeah. They do more orders deal so much damage.
Yeah, to those armored, because they're armored units. Yeah.
And yeah, that, I don't know why we went up that way. That was just for fun.
Yeah.
That's we of course we covered the infestors. Everyone knows what infestors does. They lock down your opponent's units. They they burrow and then spawn the infested Terrans, which can force siege lines to deal damage to themselves. That's always a big thing.
Yep. The other thing is with fungal is I think most people treat it a lot like banelings. You want to, if you see it coming, you want to split to minimize the amount of units that take damage, the amount of units you can't move. So it's, it's just one of those things where splitting and stutter step are the two basic skills or techniques you can really help you as a Terran player, especially with bio. But I can't think of anything else.
No, that's pretty much it for the basics. Like we said, we always only wanted to cover just the little main things that you'll see in most matchups. Like we don't really have to go over like Bal, Cruiser, Thor, Viking, Raven in TVT. Like it's a bit of a mind rape going on there. Like, but yeah, that is the end of this episode. This is episode number 9. Yeah, this is episode number 9. TVE, the T introduction. Of course, Mules your friend. Hey. Oh God.
It's too late. It's over for you. No, not the Raven. Yep. So this is just a really quick introduction to some of the very basic mashups, and they do still have splash. Okay. And the next couple episodes we'll really hunker down and focus on a couple of matchups, a couple of specific matchups in particular. So that's it for now, as I continue to try and kill Pew's command center unsuccessfully, and we will catch you guys later.
Alright, thank you for watching.